Welcome to the Watson-Scott test. Are we recording? I think we are. This test is designed to help you understand your deepest anxieties and the underlying causes of your darkest fears. Okay, I guess we're starting. Alright, cool. Howdy everyone, my name is Keeper, and let me try that again. Hold on, I was freaking... what thrown me off. Howdy everyone, my name is Keeper and welcome to the Watson-Scott test, a test designed to help you understand your deepest anxieties and the underlying causes of your darkest fears. This game looks absolutely terrifying, kind of. It's a weird mashup of a personality test and a horror game, and it's all glitching out and terrible, so yeah, we're gonna play it. It's like $5 off Steam, so you know, we'll see what happens here. And it's about 20 minutes to get through, and I've got about 20 minutes to get through it, so let's see what we can do. For each question, select the response that gives the best and most truthful answer. At the end of your examination, you will receive your analysis and a certificate of participation. Well, I really like those. Thank you. Appreciate. Please note that typically only 30% of participants are able to complete the test due to the onset of the total body paralysis or unanticipated cardiac arrest. Oh! I was wondering why I was slowing down there. It really wants that to sink in, resulting in death. Great! Do you wish to continue? Yes, of course. What's the worst that can happen? We die? Actually, yeah, I believe that's what it just said the worst that could happen is. Alright, firstly, some calibration questions. I'm ready. Let's do it. What color is the sky during the day? Blue, orange, green. I'm gonna assume blue is the right answer here. It might not be, though. So, this is a weird kind of... I don't even know what this game is supposed to be. It's obviously is what it is. Like I said, it's a shortish test. Maybe we'll try to get through it, and then, you know, maybe we'll come back and visit again, see if there's, you know, what other outcomes there are, because there is more to this than just it being a creepy, weird test, right? There's gonna be some kind of twist. I don't think there's any more game to it. I'm sure it's gonna try to jump scare me, though. That's my main problem. I think it's gonna try to jump scare me. There are 3 oranges to take away 2. How many are left? 1. Why do I feel like every question is a trick question? Alright. Are you playing a game right now? I'm gonna say yes. This isn't really a game, but to me, most things are something that I feel the need to win. That's why I'm even questioning I'm gonna try to take these questions as seriously as I can, by the way. I want to see what actually is going on. But to me, most things I perceive as a game when I have the mindset that I want to win. Even in this game, where my mentality is question every question, right? And make sure you gain the right answer. To me, that does turn it into a game. Whether you would consider this a game or not is up to you. Obviously, if you consider a game something that's supposed to be, you know, entertaining and fun and something you actually participate in, to me, a game is more like something that I feel the need to win. So yes, absolutely. Life is a game. Are you sure it's a game? To me, I'm gonna go with yes. Again. Well, okay, so this is a bit tricky, where obviously it's following up with, are you sure it's a game? I'm like, well, I'm not sure that this is a game in the sense of what a game is, you know? But let's go with yes, for the sake of sticking to the answer. I don't know, this ring turned, this... Calibration complete? What did it say there? Your test will begin now. It's raining outside, and you're walking in bare feet. You take 1 step forward and crush a snail between your toes. Ew! You feel gross. Guilty, jealous, disgusted. Just disgusted. Gross, disgusted. And that was my first reaction of like, ew! I mean, obviously it doesn't feel bad for the snail, but like, it's a bug. I don't like bugs. Although I don't mind snails. I'm not gonna try to defend my choice of saying gross when stepping on a snail, alright? Gross. Small child is walking down the street, large ice cream in her hand. She trips and falls, dropping her treat on the ground. You feel satisfied, sympathetic, sad, amused, nothing. I honestly probably feel amused. I would then try to rectify the situation. I would feel like, because I'm a fixer at heart, I would be like, that's really funny. Let's buy you another ice cream cone. You know, would kind of be my mentality, whether it's my little brother or any kid, that, you know, because maybe I do feel a little guilty of, maybe not because they dropped their ice cream cone, because I'm laughing at it, because I would probably laugh at it, because I don't know, it's just, it is kind of funny to me. Sorry, there's nothing funny about it, but if I were to see a little girl like, whoop, drop the ice cream cone, I don't know, it's just funny. All right, moving on. Sorry, I'm a sadist. You're at a farm. You make eye contact with a cow in the field. But see, fixing it was not an option. The only options were, how do you feel? It's not, what do you do next? You know what I mean? So, anyway, the farmer says his name is Samuel. It's dinner time. The farmer serves you a plate of ribeye steak. You thank the farmer for the meal, say nothing, stab the farmer with your knife, politely request a vegan option. Oh, so is it like, how do you feel now that you know the cow's name was Samuel? No. You know, my dad always told a story of how they would always have cows. And the cows were named like ribeye and, you know, short rib or something like that. It was funny to me. Like, at the end of the day, yes, they're animals, you take care of them, right? But they're also livestock for that reason, you know? So no, I'm not gonna stab the farmer with a knife because he killed a cow for me to eat. I love steak. Are you kidding me? So, thank the farmer for the meal. Hell yeah, I would. Besides, they didn't even tell you if the steak was Samuel or not. Like, they just said he serves you steak. Did he seriously introduce you to the cow and then, you know, 5 hours later he serves you steak on a plate and you would just assume it's the same cow? I'll now show you an image. Please study it. The image will not move. I don't believe that for a second, all right? Let's do it. Oh. How did that image make you feel? Uneasy. Uneasy is, I'm not really afraid. Frustrated, maybe, might be closer, because I'm frustrated that I have to, it's a doll, right? And to me, I am afraid of dolls, but that image was just like the impression of a doll. It was just a doll figure in my mind to be like, oh, I don't want to be here, kind of thing. Which I guess, you know what, maybe is closer to afraid than being frustrated that I have to deal with it. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go with afraid because my initial reaction is, ah! All right, go with it. But I want it clear, like, these are all very, like, I'm dealing with absolutes here. I don't feel afraid of that image, but I'm afraid of what that image could represent, and so that image makes me uneasy. Do you believe in ghosts? Yes and no. And I don't want to do undecided. I'm gonna pick one, yes or no. I'm gonna go yes, because while I may not believe in ghosts as a lot of people believe in ghosts, I do believe there are things in our realm of understanding that exist outside of that. You know, there are things that happen paranormally, whether that's because of ghosts or whatever, that do happen, and whether you believe that those accounts are real or not, there's enough of those accounts for me to think like, oh, that could be something. And that's why I get so curious. That's why I love going ghost hunting. I love going to see haunted places and search for those kinds of things. And I have had my own paranormal experiences enough where I'm gonna go with yes on this. And I could, that's a story for another day. This would go off for a while, but I have had those experiences. I'm gonna go with yes. I believe there is something more than what most people choose to understand. Have you ever seen a ghost? I have not seen a ghost. I have heard on multiple occasions in different places, I have heard what could be a ghost. I've heard breathing on my shoulder. I've heard footsteps down a hallway. I've heard yelling behind me when I'm in a tiny closet. Little things like that. I have not seen a ghost. No. Actually, well, there was a shadow. I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna go with no. I have not seen in front of me a ghost. Thinking about did it say we're in? I wasn't paying that much attention. We're in? You're in right now. Has anyone ever died there? Well, I'm currently staying in an apartment complex, so I'm not entirely certain if anyone's ever died here. I'm gonna go with yes, not yet, or unsure. I like the idea of not yet. I'm actually going with well, I don't know if anyone's died here or not. Unsure. Confirm. If you want me to pet you, you're gonna have to sit there and let me pet you. So this isn't really a personality test, isn't it? Very atypical results. Wow! How rude! I'm anything but atypical. Please indicate how strongly you agree or disagree with the following statements. You got it, Buster. Now there's cat hair everywhere. Look what I've done. When I edit this, I'm gonna love going back and seeing these extra frames. When I'm staring at a screen, I completely, and you guys can do it on YouTube if you use the side arrow keys. You can go frame by frame. Excuse me, and see it, but I can't right now. I'm totally missing what it's saying. I completely forget about my surroundings. See, this... I don't completely forget about my surroundings. I'm actually very attuned with my surroundings. What the heck was that sound? I'm actually very in tune with my surroundings. So I'm gonna go with strongly disagree. But this does happen to me when I'm reading books. Not so much when I'm playing games, though. Because playing in a game, I guess my mind doesn't have to visualize. When I'm reading a book, my mind has to visualize everything that's going on, so it's preoccupied with that. When I'm playing a game, my mind just has to focus on what I'm doing in the game, but then can also focus on the things outside of the game. Whereas reading, I have to not only focus on what I'm doing in it, but also in coming up with the entire environment. So, I'm gonna go with strongly disagree. There's not a lot of times where I completely forget where I am. There have been a few times where this does happen, but it's not often enough for me to agree with this. So I often think, and that might also be tied to me recording and streaming, because the game is on one screen, but I have like my light and the camera and my recording stuff. So there's always other stuff that I'm checking anyway. Like even right now, I'm checking the freaking battery life on the camera every time I look up. But you know, there's always things I gotta check outside of what I'm doing. I often think about ghosts inside my house. Not this house. My grandma's house, though. Yes. I'm gonna go with agree then, because even though it's not my house anymore, all the times we would go over, that would be something I would think about, because that was where there's footsteps down the hallway, you know? And everyone in that house has a story. So I'm gonna go with agree. Yeah, that's fun. Some people deserve to die. Yes. And that's kind of dark, and I'm not gonna go into too much detail on that, but yes. I'm gonna go with yes. Not a lot, and I'm very forgiving of a lot of people, but, you know, I'm often unaware of things that are right behind me. There are certain things that are just not human to do, and I would gladly set those people on fire myself. Unaware of things that are right behind me. Actually, no, because I always have the camera. And again, I'm very in tune with my surroundings. I love how it's doing the audio, though. That's fun. Strongly disagree. I'm often unaware. No, never really. Because, I don't know, all the times I'm sitting here, I can always see behind me, and I can now see my hair is sticking up. There's an unexpected guest in my house. Actually, actually, my mom came in and brought donuts. So, no, not really. Not any demon thing. Disagree. Speaking of donuts. Nobody knows. Nobody would know if I went missing. No. Actually, a lot of people would know if I went missing. Very, very quickly. Because my Twitter would stop. I'd have to stop editing. I'd stop talking with friends. My family also would probably miss me. I love how they're last on the list. But, no. Very, very quickly, people would know if I went missing. Although, for the sake of this test, I kind of want to say agree to see, like, what it tries to do. It's clearly trying to do something to me, or make me think it's going to do something to me. I'm just going to go strongly disagree. Whatever. I'm trying to answer truthfully and honestly. Poetry is the most intelligent form of artistic expression. Most intelligent form? Probably, yeah, because it relies on wordplay, not only within itself to rhyme or fit, whatever style it's doing, but also to portray the ideas and the scenarios that it has to portray in the short, or I guess, long form that it has to do it in. Usually it's a short form to really quickly not only express the ideas and be catchy about it, right? But express like what the story is, what the lesson is, what the scenario is that you're in. So I'm gonna agree, maybe not strongly agree, because there's a lot of forms of artistic expression, and I probably don't even know all of them. But even the ones I know, I'm just gonna agree. I feel like this is a very intelligent form. I'm not gonna disagree, I don't think it's the most intelligent. Correct? I've designed a new algorithm for generating insightful poetry. Here's one I just wrote. I don't want to see it. I'm good. Thanks. I don't like the sounds. Roses are red. Silent as a mouse. Would you eat them in a house? Your door is unlocked. It is. I'm inside your house. I don't. Probably just the donuts, though. Congratulations! Only 41% of our participants typically reach this point in the examination. Do they all have donuts? Because that's helping me a lot, to be honest with you. Our only questions will be much more intense. Do you wish to continue? Sure. Yes. Let's get it done. How far away is the closest police station? I love how it's not. Demons. How well do you know your neighbors? Here? Not all. Oh, I don't like the sounds. Now I'm uneasy. I'm gonna keep eating the donut, though. Water? A long time, actually. More than 41 seconds. I've actually gone close to 2 minutes before. So, yeah. When faced with conflict, your preferred method of resolution is, actively avoid negotiation, ignore it. Any means at my disposal neutralize the threat, including intentional dismemberment, removal of limbs. Okay. So, it depends on the threat. If it's just conflict of ideas, I always go negotiation. I do, or I've convinced myself I do have a silver tongue, to the point where, yeah, words are kind of what I would go to in most forms of conflict. If you're talking like you're gonna come down the hall and try to stab me, though, obviously no negotiation is happening. I'm going to use any violence at my disposal to neutralize the threat, including intentional dismemberment. My fight or flight response is always fight. It's always fight. Flight is not even like, that's why in horror games it's so hard. That's why I hate chase scenes. I hate chase scenes because they go against everything that I feel like I have to do, because I feel like I have to run. It takes me that extra time. That's why chase scenes will take me like 3 or 4 tries to do, because it takes me that extra few seconds to realize that, okay, we have to run from it, So I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna assume this is like begging. It's not like verbal, conflict, if this is the other option. Because obviously in verbal conflict you would not dismember anybody. Probably. 50-50. But fight or flight response, fight. And I do not care how hurt you get from it. Dismemberment, let's go. If you were to be murdered within the next 7 minutes to 18 days, which technique would scare you the most? So all I gotta do is live 18 days after this game? You got it, buddy. Drowning a plastic bag filled with water tied around my head. No, I probably won't. Blunt force trauma. The cup on my kitchen sink propelled into my skull. I actually do have a cup in my kitchen sink. I just put it in there this morning. So that's a little... Asphyxiation from my mouth and nose stapled shut. Ew! Don't staple my nose shut. That's just gross. Dull ceramic blade inserted directly into my temple. Probably that one. Probably that one. Because the idea of anything stabbing my temple freaks me out. And I'd rather you not kill me with ceramic, because that just sounds like a really dumb way to go. Yeah, probably that one. Alright, cool. Got you. I got you, fam. I got you. I will now show you an image. I'd rather not look at it. Please study it. The image will not speak. We're sure of that? It didn't say the image won't move. It's a spoiler. It's a spoiler. How did that image make you feel? It made me feel like I saw a spoiler. Calm, afraid, uneasy. So now uneasy is an option. Calm. Or nothing, really. Like, I didn't feel particularly... Like, it didn't calm me down, but I didn't feel anything from that image. Like, spoiler. Why is spoiler not an option? S-P-O-I-D-E-R. No, S-P-O-I-D-A. Spoiler. H. S-P-O-I-D-A-H. Add it to the list. Nothing. Spoiler. I'll ask this one more time. Are you playing a game right now? Absolutely. And I'm having fun with it, actually. This is great. Do you know the Muffin Man? That I'm a good person? I don't think it's up for us to decide who is or who is not a good person. I'll be honest with you. I feel like you can be a bad person. Excuse me, I'm gonna burp. Donut burp. I feel like you can be a bad person and do good things. I feel like you can be a good person and do bad things. I feel like you can be a good person, do good things. A bad person, do bad things. I feel like there's any combination therein of that there's too much gray area. There's no black or white, good or bad. There's you and where you fall on the spectrum. So I'm gonna go with no. Are you the Muffin Man lying to me right now? Well, that gave me shivers. That actually did. That was good. No, everything I've said is completely truthful. Lying is forbidden. Although I do like how I've kind of positioned myself at a point where I can turn around. Oh, because the door is right here. Oh, even though I know there's nothing out there. Any of the following sports you have played? Wrestling, a little bit, not enough. I'm gonna take it though. Mixed martial arts, Taekwondo I have. Jiu-Jitsu I have not done. Okay, I'll go ahead and take it since it's just all of them. I've done wrestling and Taekwondo. Okay, cool. I've not done... Oh, that got me too. Please select any of the following industries that you have occupational experience with. Law enforcement, private security, detail, secret service, military, none of the above. I did some security work. I'm just gonna do none of the above. I'm not licensed in any of these, so. True or false? An IP number allows a hacker to approximate a home address. Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of backdooring to it. But if you had my IP address, then yes, you could approximate it in theory. True. I believe. I googled this recently. I was trying to figure something out. So, is this your IP address? I don't know. I think so? I'll go with yes. I'm sure I blurred that out for you guys, but I'll go with yes. Because I think that's right. That's kind of interesting that this game can... I mean, obviously the game... most games have to be able to know that, but, you know. Please the word that's most similar to appropriate. Murder, baby, death, innocent, abyss. What? Appropriate murder, appropriate death, appropriate innocent, abyss. Well, abyss and appropriate both start with A. So, he's very appropriate. He's very innocent. I feel like those could be used in some form interchangeably. Recent answers indicate you are exhibiting a fight or flight response. and may be at risk of an acute stress reaction. I'll need you to breathe slowly and calm down. I'm feeling pretty calm, actually. I'm just eating donuts, so. Try to continue calm only when you are calm. I don't think I can get any calmer, to be perfectly honest with you. Let's go. I got an achievement for that. Please take a moment to look away from your monitor and observe the nearest exit. There's a window right there, there's a door right there. Make sure you can run if something were to happen. Do this now. Well, my room is pretty cluttered, so... yeah, whatever. Go. Go. You look away from your monitor? Screen? Yes! I did, like 2 seconds. Oh, fuck you. Oh, I'd love to start messing with the game. Let's go with yes. Can you tell when you look over your stream? No. Maybe. I mean, maybe you could see that my mouse isn't moving? I don't know. Feel safe in your house right now. I'll be honest with you. I don't think I feel safe most places. No or unsure. I go with unsure, because I'm always a little bit on guard, just in case. Are you having a bad time? Fun. Fun? Yes, yes, unsure. Yes, absolutely. How can I be lying to you? I'm eating a donut. I'm having a great time, man. This is fantastic. There's no unexpected guests in your house. There are no unusual sounds coming inside your house. Okay, great. Do not take your eyes off the screen. Do you understand? Yes. What? Do you understand? Yes. Don't move or you may die. Nothing happens when you perish. Music can help us all relax. Singing is relaxing. Jimmy's got the whooping cough and Timmy's got the measles. That's the way it goes. Pop goes the weasel. Pop goes the weasel. Pop goes the weasel. Up and down the city road, in and out of the eagle. And that's the way the money goes. Pop goes the weasel. I'm... not gonna lie, I'm looking in the camera to make sure nothing's coming in the door. Oh! Oh, it's down my neck and everything. Test complete! Thank you for participating! Your results are being processed. Whoa! Hey, that was good. I survived the Watson Scott test. Watson. Holy heck. Sorry, that one didn't get me. Yeah. Anyway, lasted 31 minutes, 34 seconds. My analysis: antisocial, I am. Dislikes when others stand too close. Yes. Compulsive liar. Yes, but I'm also honest to a fault about myself. I have to lie when it comes to anything else, though. Staring at snails make me feel disgusted. That's pretty true. Okay, I am a compulsive liar because I don't feel bad for lying when I feel like it helps me reach a goal. That comes back to me feeling like a lot of things in life are just part of a game, where if I feel like lying is going to get me closer to doing what I feel I need to do, it's kind of like a means to an end kind of thing, right? So in a lot of situations, yes, I lie. Stepping on snails, but we all lie. I mean, like, I feel like this is obviously just like, you know, some generic thing, but I feel like, you know, part of me is like, well, I did answer these truthfully. I wonder if there's some truth in at least what it's trying to do, you know? And there's parts of it where I don't feel like I'm always a compulsive liar, but I do feel like there's enough times where my immediate response is just to lie to get through something where maybe stepping on snails does make me feel disgusted. Who doesn't? Most afraid of my own thoughts. That is also very, very true, because my thoughts are a scary, scary place. Let's keep going. The main test is complete. Okay. there is a bonus test available. Would you like to take it? Not now, maybe another time. Okay, I have to leave this episode here, actually. So I'm going to say not now. And I think we'll come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. And that is the end. It closed itself. That is the end of the Watson-Scott test for now. We will return very soon and try to finish this up. This was really interesting. Like, it really was. Like, it was done really, really well. I get that it was kind of a horror game, but it was interesting the questions it was asking and how it was playing off of a standard personality test, you know, to bring you those kinds of feelings. And that feeling of there's someone right behind you was actually really scary to me. And that did a great setup job of that scare. The second scare was just, you know, whatever. But the first scare, the way they set that up, really, really well done. I'm looking forward to playing this again. For now, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you want to see more of me and catch me over on Twitch, there's a Twitch link in the description down below. Or if you want to see any of the other YouTube videos I've done, you can find them in the annotations coming up on your screen. And I hope to see you next time, so we'll keep on gaming together. Until then, see ya!